according to the lesson. Live in the hills, but it still get a spread. Started with a live, but it still reinvested. Fear how I feel, then you feel that's a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We have a very important week ahead of us. We got Jerome Powell in a very important Fed meeting. We got more earnings, and then even over the weekend, you got updates from Warren Buffett. And now with that close on Friday, it leaves us in a very interesting scenario. So we got a lot that we need to talk about. I'm going to go over Jerome Powell, what I expect, what is going on. Again, this meeting, it is the biggest. Pretty much if we do a double rate hike, this will be the first double rate hike since the year 2000. So that's one of the things we're going to be looking at, but we got to talk about that. We got to talk about what Warren Buffett did. He announced what he feels about the economy, inflation, but also some new updates to his portfolio. But now, how is this going to play into tomorrow morning after we had a pretty nasty, it was what, 4.17% on Friday? It was a very big day. I mean, again, it was crazy, actually. Again, worst month since 2008, but we'll get to that. And then we got to talk about this week, the earnings, the data, all of that, and then the plays. So we got all of that. Make sure you guys drop your thumbs up on the video. Hopefully we see you on stream, youtube.com/thestockmarket. And don't forget, I need your help. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday. Here is the random account generator. So I got an update. I think Ethan, hit me up, bro. I got you. I got you with $100. If I can sell this out with that profit, that play actually hit. I think it's up like 100% right now. So shout out to Ethan. Last week was Yunnan. He got the Baba put, but I mean, it's still, it's still down, surprisingly. I know, right? I'm with you there, but I need you to post the play. Again, this is the account. Post a random option trade. Gonna do a random comment picker tomorrow. Pick someone before we get streaming, and then that is it. So God bless you and thank you. But let's talk about it. Jerome Powell, that is the main event this week. Again, what Warren Buffett did, that is going to be very important. We need to talk about it. But Jerome, he is going to be on Wednesday. That is when you're going to get the press conference and the meeting. But now, why is this so important? One, it is pretty much in the bag that he is going to do a double rate hike. Like we said, this is the first time doing a double rate hike since the year 2000. But now, this is where it's going to get interesting. He is going to confirm the balance sheet reduction in June. So he is going to come out and say, hey, we actually plan to reduce $95 billion a month from the balance sheet, and we are going to start that plan in June. And that is exactly why this meeting is so pivotal, because what could happen from here? If we are all freaking out about the double hike, how far the Fed is going to go, think about it. We've been getting ready for everything, but essentially tomorrow, he may very well kick down the next domino that will set in motion the next part of slowing the economy down, combating inflation, soft landing, hard landing, whatever you want to call it. But this is why it's going to be very key. Now, what do I expect? It is very hard to say. The bonds and a lot of things have moved. I am expecting a double hike at the very least. If he doesn't do a double hike, people asked if that would be bullish. I don't think it would be. If he did go in with a quarter hike, I think there would be somewhat of a positive reaction, but then people are going to say that means the Fed is really, really bad. They're going to have to cut soon. That would actually be more bearish, but I think he's going to do that. As far as the market reaction, I said this on Friday, I'm expecting a false bullish signal, meaning I think it's going to be what you've seen here in the market the last couple of months. I think we're going to get a positive reaction afterwards, might carry over for a day or maybe not even last that long, and then kind of quickly come back as people start to digest, and then we'll factor in the earnings, the other data, even around the world. The UK and another country, they will also be raising rates as well too, but pretty much, I just don't think it's going to be the most bullish of events. I don't know how Powell is going to walk this. If anything, it could create a tightrope or buy time. But like we've been talking about, essentially, any bullish reaction, it matters a little bit, but I'm just going to be watching Europe and China, because if they start to do bad and we do good, it doesn't matter, because I think it'll feed in. But look at what happened now on Friday. Look at where the market was. We are at a very key level, and now this is what brings me into Buffett. Why am I saying he went all in because literally Warren Buffett bought more stocks this quarter than he did in 2008. So he still has more of a cash balance, but he started buying in. You know, they even were talking about, even Buffett brought it up, how people said, you know, he wasn't buying during the pandemic, but now this quarter with one of the biggest drops since 08, he is buying, and he is buying more than 08. So why I'm saying this is important, let's see the attitude. Again, that Warren Buffett effect, people might get a little bullish. I want to see how this factors in, especially with the Fed. But now, what else did he announce? He said he bought more Activision for an arbitrage play. Remember, we've been talking about that with Twitter. He went in and bought more just so that he could actually make some more fixed return. And then he added to Chevron and a couple of other energy companies. And I think that's it. But he's saying inflation is high, but he's not worried about it. He said as long as you're buying quality companies, they will withstand the test of time. He admitted his timing hasn't always been the best, but he said, you know, these are going to withstand in any environment. So people felt bullish. He addressed the rumor of whether or not he was going to retire, and not at all. People even said his like humor and how he was on stage. Even Munger was up there. They're saying he's not retiring anytime soon, but he did address it. And he said the one guy that they have, I forgot his name, I'm blanking, but he already designated him. He said he would be the top candidate to replace. But pretty much Warren Buffett acknowledged inflation, said Bitcoin was crap, said the global tensions doesn't bother him, and he's buying more than ever. SPY is at a very low. We're going to see how this plays out coming into the week. And now, as far as the earnings for this week, it is very, very simple. Well, yes and no. You'll see when we get to the plays in terms of what we're going to focus on. There is going to be a lot of earnings, but like I'm saying, they could kind of distract the market or give us weird movements, just like we traded last week where we kind of bounced within a range all day. That might happen with earnings in Powell, but here are the earnings that we have on Monday, even before market. You got a couple. You're going to be getting On Semiconductors, Six Flags, Berkshire Hathaway, BlackRock. Those are all before market. After hours, you're going to get Mosaic, Devon Energy, Expedian, NTR, NXP, MGM, Chegg, and I think a couple of others on there. Again, you can see the picture there, but that's all Monday. Tuesday, before market, Pfizer, BP, Hilton, Teva, Biogen, AGC, after hours, Airbnb, AMD, Starbucks, Skyworks, Lyft, Matson, what else? Match Group. And then on Wednesday, pre-market, Moderna, CVS, Chinery, is I don't know, energy name, Regeneron, Marriott, again, a lot of travels, EXP Realty, after hours, Marathon Oil, Uber, Twilio, Skills, Apache, again, and I'm missing a couple on here. We're going to dive deeper into them throughout the week. Thursday before market, Shopify, Crocs, Datadog, Cameco, another energy, Wayfair, After Hours, Square, or Block. Damn, they even got a new logo. That's crazy. Fubo, Lucid, Cloudflare, Open Door, Wish, DoorDash, Vertex, and then I think, I can't read that one. And then After Hours, Friday, DraftKings, Under Armour, Cigna, and a couple other ones. Usually the Friday ones don't go too crazy, but that's the quick rundown. Like I said, we're going to go into a deep dive. There will still be plays. That's what we're going to talk about, but for the most part now, Powell is going to be the main focus. You will get other economic data. I think there's ISM jobs report on Friday. That one's actually a big one. And then a couple of other like S&P or global PMI. So we'll see what happens from there. As far as any even weekend headlines, I mean, Pelosi is making a surprise visit to Kyiv and Zelensky. So that one was interesting. People are talking about oil and some of the oil shortages and the price of diesel coming up. And then like the Bored Ape crashing crypto with their like land mint and all of that stuff. But that was pretty much it. But I got a bunch of plays, so let us get into the plays. Let us get into the plays. Usually I gotta give it okay, but we need to get into the plays. Let's go, baby. But as far as the plays, it's very simple. I got 3 different stocks that I'm looking at with a 4th as an option, but it's gonna be Airbnb, Uber, and then we also have oil companies, and then my option trade is gonna be the banks because it is gonna be Powell and the Fed. So let's start with the first one, Airbnb. Why do I like this? I like these June 210s. This was my latest average. Remember, I got these and they went up 100%, and now I'm down 50%. Welcome to volatility. But I like these. I like even around like the 200 mark. The closer to the money, the better. I mean, if they even sell off, a leap would be even better. But I like them. But now, why am I so excited about it? Here's the strategy. You don't even have to play the earnings, but it all depends on the earnings this week. Like we already said, you got MGM already on Monday. Tuesday, you're going to be getting Airbnb, but I think Monday you also have Expedia too. But pretty much after Monday, leading into their earnings, you get earnings. We're going to have the sympathy reaction, and that could affect the premiums. It really depends what happens with the market, so that's what I'm going to see on, but that's why I'm liking the play up first. I think it's going to be good, but watching those, and again, watch the premiums, but I think travel sympathy, Airbnb, I like it. I'm going to hold some for earnings, but I'm definitely going to try to hit some on the pre-earnings run up. But that is the first play. Coming into the second play this week, Uber, best part, Lyft reports Tuesday after hours. Uber is going to be on Wednesday after hours, so you get this sympathy reaction, pre-earnings. Again, we're going to be vulnerable there to the market, but depending on how the travel earnings good, since they're a little later, if we get good guidance from travel stocks, if they rip how I think they're going to be, I think Uber is going to be a really good one. So that's going to be the second one. And then finally, oil. People are already talking about it. Diesel prices are going through the roof. There's been enough time where we've been in here. It may be the time. Again, I think earnings is going to get in the way. I know we got ConocoPhillips on Thursday. You guys know I like that play. Been riding those out with August. So it may be time to average down, but I like oil. I want to see how it reacts this week. Again, if prices stay high, that one could be very, very well. So that is the third play. And then finally, the fourth one as an option, it depends because things have been crazy, but we've even talked about it, like playing both way on bonds. You've seen us play banks every single time there's a Fed, but I mean, I think it's really important. Again, banks can move a lot, bonds can move a lot, maybe playing both ways. If the premiums are cheap enough and depending on how things play out on the market, I think it's going to be an awesome one, but I always, that's a go-to play. So I want to see, but I'm thinking a straddle both ways, but I'm not fully sold on it. But watch out for the banks this week. And then those are the main plays. Those are the only three we played daily SPY puts. We got like 500% on Friday. They went up to 1,000%, but gonna be watching volatility. Again, EWG, depending on how the Fed plays out. If I could get a good average down on EWG this week, we get more updates from energy, and then we even watch whatever happens with the Fed or China. I think that one's gonna be key. Other than that, riding out whatever we got, gonna be watching these earnings plays. It's gonna be kind of play the earnings pre-run-ups, wait and see, and then get the big data, and then it's game time, baby. So I hope you're ready, but that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure Hydrate Healthy ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember the gift is there for those who are determined, baby. Have some peace. And this is the week. There's a lot more excited. You already made it this far. So I hope you're ready for the rest of the year, baby. But I love you, Chad. I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you on the watch list. I love you, baby. Get ready. It's game time. El Nino, you know I wore it. San Diego, baby. Relax. It's beautiful, okay? It's going to be good, baby. Let's go. Shout out. I forgot his name. Fertitta. What's his name? Tati. Look, I just exposed myself. San Diego. Okay, I love you. God bless you, Chad. Get ready for tomorrow.